The Brooklyn Nets on a back-to-back travel to Chicago to take on the Bulls. I'm going to give you a pick on the side in this game. Welcome, everyone. I'm Andy from Wager Talk. Let's take a look at the Wager Talk live odds page. Little movement in the side here. The game opened at -5 for Chicago. Now we're all the way up to -7.5. Little movement on the under. Was 235 at the open. Now that's down to 233.5. And I'm going to tell you why I like the Brooklyn Nets plus 7.5, even though they're on a back-to-back. They've got a lot of injuries. I like them to cover against the Bulls. If you guys could do me a quick favor, just hit the like button. Leave me a comment in the comment section. Tell me your favorite play in this game or favorite play for tonight. If you don't have a favorite play, let's use the code word SMILE. We do a code word every day to put in the comment section. Helps us rank higher on YouTube. Helps boost the algorithm. And I really mean this. I do appreciate when you guys do that. It really helps the views and the exposure. So type the word SMILE. All right. So when we take a look here at what's going on with the Chicago Bulls and the Brooklyn Nets, we do have to look at the lineups here. And so when I'm looking at these lineups, you've got some injuries here to Brooklyn. Cam Johnson is a game time decision, but he is adamant that he's playing. Ankle is banged up and he is like, I'm playing. So I would expect him to go. Dorian, Finney-Smith, I'm not sure on. Sharp, not sure on. Simmons, not sure on. We do know that Cam Thomas is out. And then we look at Chicago, Kobe White. I'm going to check this one more time as I'm recording this. He's questionable, sprained his left ankle on Friday. So it depends on how bad that is, but that's probably going to be a true game time decision when you look at it. So let's look at some stats and why I like the Brooklyn Nets. And really, this is dependent on the Chicago Bulls. Chicago Bulls have lost 3 out of 4 with their win being against the Wizards. And they have some stats that are quite alarming. The first is in the last 5 games, dead last in defensive rating. Absolutely dead last. Nobody's been worse over the last 5 games. And the other thing is they're number 1 in pace. So we talked about this with the Lakers last week, like teams that are really, really fast but bad on defense. This just sets up for a lot of scoring opportunities for the Brooklyn Nets. And this Brooklyn Nets team has been an underrated team. They lost 2 in a row, but it was to Orlando. And Orlando seems to be the Brooklyn Nets kryptonite because they've played them 3 times this year and they've lost all 3 of them. I'm not worried about the back-to-back spot here, though, for Brooklyn. Even though they've got some injuries, they seem to have a fairly deep roster. The fact is, Brooklyn has played 3 back-to-back situations this year, and they have won all 3 of the second legs of the back-to-backs. And those games were against Memphis and Golden State. So they didn't win those against absolutely chump teams. These are teams that really have solid records. And that says a lot to me. So getting 7.5 against a team that's dead last in defensive rating the last 5 games, that's a lot of points. So I will happily take that. I also built a little same game parlay. If you guys want to take a look at this one, I've been dabbling with these. I've given 2 out the last 2 Fridays on NBA Tip Off. We actually hit both of them. I have not released these as client plays, so this is not an official client play, but just something interesting I was messing around with. Vucevic to have at least 1 3-pointer. He's done this in 12 out of the last 13 games. The over 220 have on the alternate total. Look at some of the Bulls scores the last few games: 138, 129, 133, 119, 127, 108, 142, 131, 136, 122. My Lord, no wonder they're last in defensive rating. And then you can take the Brooklyn Nets alternate spread plus 16.5. Like I said, any team that's dead last in defense and can't get stops, I want to fade. So that's a -125 same game parlay if you guys are interested in that. All right. It's Monday, so I always do a bankroll reset. So I will share that with you guys. And I'm also going to do something a little bit different. I'm going to show you a bankroll that we do on our weekly reset. If you have not seen this, I'm actually going to show you real numbers and how the units build up. So this last week, we were 11-4 for plus 17.5 units. And this is the spreadsheet that we use to do all the background. I don't think I've ever shared this with you guys on the Wager Talk channel, but basically we did a spreadsheet. We started last August with $10,000. We do the reset every Monday. And if you just follow all of our official plays, your $10,000 bankroll is now 35,330. So pretty impressive returns on that. And if you want to take advantage, we do have some specials that are up. Myself today, I've got an NBA play of the day, 10-4 this season in NBA. So seeing it really well. Took a loss on a play last night on a frustrating loss. I won't even go into it, but that was the most frustrating loss of the season. But if you're looking for something a little bit more long-term, last day to get this Thanksgiving special, $69 for a 7-day special. If you would have gotten last Monday, you're up 17.5 units. So kudos to all of you that got that 7-day pass. You got one more day to take advantage of that, and I highly recommend it. It is Cyber Monday, so if you're looking for something much more long-term, you can take 25% off any purchase that you want. Use the promo code CYBER25, CYBER25. If you're going to use this 25% off, use it on a longer like deal. Don't use it on just a daily pick. I mean, I guess you can do whatever you want, but when you're giving you 25% off, use it to get the most bang for your buck on something longer. So, but really, I think the best deal is the 7-day special instant discount down to $69. So, somebody I saw an interesting discussion on Twitter. Someone was like, what would you like to see more of from the gambling community? And the overwhelming response was like more transparency. So I try and do that with you guys. So, 2024 official plays, you're definitely looking at long-term. We're up 112.33 units. It was nice to have a winning week. We were coming off a losing week, so to get back on the winning track was great. And then since January 1st, 2023, we're up over 200 units. That is number one at Wager Talk. So when I talk about these 7-day passes and these long day passes, this is why I promote them, and this is why I talk about them. We can help build your bankroll. Like, we actually show you the numbers. We show you long-term. We show you short-term. And then, we've made this spreadsheet that's just all documented there. So we try and be as fully transparent as possible. We've built a lot of bankrolls over the last year or so. So we'd love to have you on board. You can use that 7-day special, get 7 days. Looking at a big week here. So, all right, that's going to do it for us. Don't forget to hit the like button. Code word comment section is SMILE. Let's take a look at the Brooklyn Nets to cover that 7.5-point spread. Also, keep our fingers crossed. Let's hit another same game parlay in the NBA. Good luck on your plays. We'll see everyone later.